1, 2, 3.
Hello everyone, this is Kyle Galaz with Poor2Pro Car Sales Training Podcast. Become a sales titan. I love calling you salespeople out there sales titans. When you finally reach that point in your career where things are going good, you figured some things out, and you're starting to see some of those successes that get you over that 15, 20, 25 car a month averages. It is happening. It's happening in your town, it's happening in your state, and I know it's happening in multiple countries where salespeople are being successful and reaching that sales titan status. It is out there, you just have to grab it. We're in season 7, this is episode 10. I'm standing up doing this because I'm going to be using the whiteboard. I probably should have grabbed a pen, which I got them over here. Hold on. Testing, Bueller. Look at that, I wasn't even prepared. That's embarrassing. I got my colors. Okay, we're back in studio here. We're going to be talking about the 5 avenues of success. And what are they? We're going to cover them. And we're going to make sure that you guys and girls are capitalizing on all the avenues possible to be successful. Because the salespeople that take advantage of every single avenue of success in the car business are the same salespeople that are seeing those big numbers. The same salespeople that are making $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 or more a month. If you don't believe me, I know people that are doing it month in and month out. It may sound ridiculous. Kyle, there's no way people are making that kind of money. Yes, they are. I used to do it when I was a salesperson, and I know people that are doing it. And there's people that are much better than me out in the car business selling cars. True sales titans times 3 that are just making big moves, and you can do the same. So welcome to the final episode of Season 7. I look forward to Season 8. Season 8 is going to be all my one-on-one training sessions. And the one-on-one training sessions are very special to me because you get to see real salespeople out there struggling, real salespeople that may have had success or are being successful that want even more. You don't have to be at the bottom to want sales training. You can already be killing it and want better sales training. And so the one-on-one training sessions are very special because someone took the time and resources to hire Kyle Galaz, Poor2Pro, to help them get to the next level. And it gives me hope for the next generation of salespeople out there that they want to be the best of the best. Guess what? Right now, there is somebody out there that's the #1 car salesperson in the U.S. Why can't that be you? There's someone out there in the top 100. Why can't that be you? There's someone out there in the top 1,000. It can be you. You just have to want it, and you got to go that extra level, extra distance to win that race and to make those sales. So the 5 avenues of success, I have my notes over here and I have pens because I want to show you with a visual what I'm talking about. Why in the world would a salesperson not want to take advantage of all the avenues of success? Think about it. You know a salesperson that does maybe one thing really good and that's about it. They're kind of a one-trick pony and they don't really take advantage of all the resources out there to make sales. Well, that can get you 5 to 10 cars a month. That could get you 8 cars a month. But if you truly take advantage of all 5 avenues, this is how you get to that sales status to where you're selling 15, 20, 25, 30 cars a month, which sounds crazy, right? So let's start with number 1. Hopefully this isn't backwards. Oh, hold on here. There we go. Walk-ins. Walk-in traffic. Not the actor Watkins. I can't remember his first name. Anyway, walk-in traffic. Okay. Walk-in traffic accounts for 20% or 1/5 of the avenues of success. Are you taking advantage of the walk-ins at your dealership? Make that a little thicker there. Hold on here. Bear with me. You can see my handwriting. It's crazy. I've been writing all day at the dealership. Just worked a 12-hour shift, and here I am, boom, talking about the car business because this is what I love to do. I love the car business. I dream about the car business. It's just who I am, and it takes this kind of passion to go to the next level. So 20% of your avenues is walk-ins. Now, what am I talking about walk-ins? This can be a fresh up. This could be people from the service drive. Think about other areas that are walk-ins. Someone walking through the parking lot, I don't know, but those two come to mind. But walk-in traffic, are you taking walk-in traffic seriously? Are you watching the lot? A salesman that is selling a lot of cars per month is taking advantage of every possible avenue to sell a bunch of cars. And one of them is walk-ins. The special thing about walk-in traffic is everything we do when it comes to internet leads, phone calls, text messages, emails, all that stuff is to get someone to come in. So if you're not taking walk-in traffic seriously, then you're going to miss out on quite a few opportunities. However, we can't just rely on walk-ins because that only accounts for 20% or 1/5 of our avenues. So when it comes to walk-ins, are you giving them a good meet and greet? Are you giving them a good walk around, a good product presentation? Are you taking care of these customers, 1/5 of your business, 1/5 of your avenues, with care? Are you giving them that $1 million experience? When they come to your dealership, guess what? Your dealership has millions of dollars of inventory. It's costed millions of dollars in materials to build that dealership. Are you giving them that $1 million experience? Because if you have the beautiful dealership and you have the beautiful vehicles in inventory and you have all the support staff, but you're the representative that's not giving them the $1 million experience, then you're going to miss out on good walk-in traffic. When the walk-in traffic is light, are you walking around your service drive? You don't have to come up to people and say, hey, I sell cars. Would you like to buy a car? I see you're in service. You can be direct like that. It'll at least get to the point. But the point of the service department, service drive, is to go out there and talk to people. You're mingling. You're getting your juices flowing. You're getting your brain active. So that way, when you do get a standard fresh up, you've had so much warm up. You're already in the mix, and you know what I'm talking about, because there's days when you go into the dealership and you're firing on all cylinders. You're not just a V8, you're a V12 twin turbo, and your mind's in the game. You got enough rest. You ate. You just feel right. Well, if you can warm up at the service drive in the morning, when an actual fresh up comes in, you're going to be warm and ready to go because you've already been talking to people. Remember, practice makes perfect. So if you're not practicing on people that may not even buy a car, but at least you can give them some service, get the juices flowing, then when that fresh up does come in, you're ready to go. So don't ignore fresh ups. It doesn't matter what they look like. It doesn't matter what they drove in. It doesn't matter what they smell like. Every type of person can buy a vehicle if you get creative enough and you don't prejudge them. Never prejudge a customer. We had a gentleman at my dealership come in on a bike. He paid cash for a Maserati Levante. I am not lying. He lived down the street. His car had broken down. He drove it for all these years. He had tons of money in the bank. And he thought, I want to buy a Maserati. I'm at the age of my life where I can buy a cool car. He literally rode his bike to the dealership. I know where he lives. He's a real person. And I was part of that deal. It's just amazing. But you can't prejudge customers. So take your walk-in seriously. They account for 20% of this equation, the 5 avenues of success. All right, what's the other 20%? Or 1/5? Got it right here. Phone calls. Phone calls. Now, I talk to my salespeople about this on a regular basis. I talk to anyone who trains. Phone calls are so important because if you just text or you just email, they don't get that pizzazz, that energy from a salesperson. They don't get that sales pitch. You know, when you send a text, you can't use that voice tone. You can't use that compelling story. You have to just text the facts. Texting is great for information, providing information. Phone calls is for selling and setting appointments. So don't sleep on another 5th of your business. If you're just taking ups and you're not making phone calls, cold calls, internet leads, whatever it is, follow up, sold customers, all these people that are out there that you have a phone number to, if you're not calling them, you're missing out on 1/5 of success. You have to take advantage of walk-ins and you have to take advantage of phone calls. Now, when you make these calls, you can't sound boring. You can't sound like, oh, this is just a task that my CRM is making me do. My manager's watching me. I got to make these calls. How about you take a deep breath, you stand up and you call them. Mike, yeah, this is Kyle over at ABC Motors. How you doing? Oh, I saw you put in a lead on our system, but it didn't say what vehicle it was in there. Didn't transpose from our website very good. It did. But what you're trying to do is ask a question and get the customer engaged. Oh, okay, it was the Tundra? Okay, excellent. All right, excellent. Are you local? Because it didn't show a zip code either. Oh, you from around here? Oh, okay, excellent. Guess what's happening? You're asking these questions, you're getting their juices flowing, and you're becoming something different to them over the phone because you're engaging them. But if you're not making calls, then you're missing out on 20% of your avenue of success. You have to do it. So you got walk-ins, and you got phone calls. When you make these phone calls, don't be scared and don't overthink the call. Don't look at the lead and say, okay, I want to lower my payment. I owe 15 grand on my Kia Spectra that's an 03. Like, you just make the call. What are they looking at? F-150. Hey, how you doing, Shelly? It's Kyle over at ABC Motors. Yeah, I saw you put in a lead on this particular F-150, and then you go on with your thing. Don't overthink the call. Pick up the phone. Remember, you're the professional, they're the amateur. Now, customers are professionals at texting. Customers are professionals at emailing because they do that all the time. What customers don't do is talk on the phone. No one talks on the phone anymore, but we do. We do. So you can be a slayer on the phone, and when you call them, they don't know how to combat that phone call. People don't hang up like they used to anymore. But if you have a good tone, you have good energy, and you're making that call, and you're providing value in that phone call, they're going to listen to you, and they're going to want to set that appointment. Remember, phone calls are for setting appointments. Text messages for providing info. Remember that next time you're at the dealership, you will set way more appointments if you make the phone call and you're not fearful of the phone call and you're there to provide a service and you sound happy and you sound excited. You're going to get the appointment. Appointment closing ratio is 50% and up. So you can rely on a text message or an email that has a low closing ratio. Internet lead closing ratios, the national average is 7 to 10%. I would rather set the appointment over a phone call and get the 50% closing ratio. That is what I'm talking about when it comes to phone calls. So we can't avoid phone calls. We just have to make them. Take the fear out of it. Take the emotion out of it. Take the prejudgment out of their notes. Bad credit, don't know if I can get approved. Boom. What's going on, Bill? This is Kyle. You provide them that $1 million service, and guess what? The $1 million experience, you're going to sell more cars. It's also going to make you get better at phone calls. So remember, phone calls are to set appointments. Can you read that? My handwriting is bad. I'm sorry. I just write all day. So appointments and to confirm. Oh boy, this is bad. Wait a second. Confirm. That doesn't even look like a. Hold on. I got to do this right for my audience. Can't do that to you guys. Phone calls to set appointments and to confirm. Jeez Louise. Confirm and follow up. Okay? Sorry about my ring light. Hold on. Can you see it? Appointments, confirm, follow up. Fresh ups, boom. Walk-ins, fresh ups and service drives, phone calls, appointments, confirm, and follow up. Now, can you make appointments over the internet? Of course you can. But if you make a phone appointment just over text or email, it's the easiest appointment to not show up for. If you think, if you keep getting ghosted on your appointments, it's because you're probably not doing that. You're not being a human being to them. You're just a robot, a texting AI bot at that point. You got to make that call because you're a human on the other side. And then if you confirm that appointment, hey, just letting you know I'm still here today. We confirming the appointment, Michelle. You still coming in at 3? Excellent, excellent. What's your favorite drink? I'm going to have it ready for you. No alcohol. All right, I'll see you here. Okay? Little things like that. Okay, what's the other 20%? Rapid fire. What's the other 20%? I got it here. What we just talked about. Another fifth. Actually, this would be 3/5. 2/5, 1/5. 20% is text messaging. Text. Now, just about everyone in this world texts. It's actually the number one preferred way of contact with the customer is texting. Texting links, texting credit apps, texting pictures, texting video, sending, information over that. But it's hard to be convincing over text. It's very hard to be. Now, you can say some good stuff, but there's not a human element connected there. There's not an emotional element. It's just reading it. Yeah, I can get to $350 a month. This will help build your credit and whatever, down payment, etc., etc. You're giving information over it, but there's no sales pitch in there unless you text something that long, and that's probably not going to get read. So text is the number one way a customer prefers, right? So it's the number one way. So we can't ignore text messages. You have to be texting your customers at any level, even if you're new or you've been in the business a long time and you got a flip phone still. You have to figure out a way to start texting, because texting equals another 20% of your avenues of contact with customers. We can't avoid the power of a text message. Everyone texts messages nowadays, and the power of a text message is amazing. Hey, can you send me some pictures of it? Yeah, you want to go to our website? Okay, I'll go to the website. They inquire, another salesman gets them. Yeah, you know what? Let me shoot over a couple text pictures of it, and then what I'm going to do is send you a couple videos of the cold start and all that stuff. So when you get in here, you know that the truck is running good already, and we take it for a test drive. Text message. That's how you do it. You set it up here, and you do the information here. So remember, you cannot ignore text messages, because it's the number one preferred way to send stuff. Now, that customers prefer. And really to send stuff too. This is, you got photo, video, and then also the YouTube link. So a lot of customers out there, if you go over 30 seconds on a video or a minute on the video, it doesn't send very well over text. It's blurry, or it doesn't go at all, or wants to send some download link. Customers don't want to do that. So what I've told my salespeople is, make a YouTube account, and it's just your name at the dealership, and you only use it to upload videos of the walk around. Hey, if it's an out of towner and he wants to see, if there's any scratches on it, I'm going to do a video walk around of it. Boom, boom, boom. Get it in 4K. You upload it to YouTube, and all you got to do is send them the link, and the link will give them the high resolution video. And you don't have to worry about sending a ton of data over the phone and it never goes through, or it makes the quality super low. I get text messages from people that use Samsung or Androids, and they send them to an iPhone, and the quality is really bad, vice versa, I'm sure. So remember, text messages is the number one preferred way for a customer to get contact with preferred contact with a salesperson. You cannot sleep on text messages, okay? What's the other 20%? What's the other 20%? A fifth of our business. Emails / internet leads. I'll write it right here. Internet leads / emails. Okay? Internet leads / emails. So, a lot of people prefer to shop online. They don't want to go into a dealership because they're scared. They're scared, so they want to go online. Plus, the people nowadays don't have as much time. They're always busy. They got to pick up the kids. They got this. They're working a side job. They're doing Uber Eats at night. Like, they're hustling to survive in today's economy. So they don't necessarily have time to just walk on the lot. So they put in an internet lead. Are we taking our internet leads seriously? The worst thing you can do with the internet lead, and I'll write it right here. I'm going to put a no, is a one and done. One and done. You send them an email, you send them a text, and you totally forget about them. What you're thinking is, if they don't respond to that, they're probably not serious. However, it takes multiple contacts. Statistics have shown it takes multiple contacts on an internet lead to finally get a response from them. 3 times minimum. It takes 3 contacts. An email, a phone call, a text, and then maybe a follow-up phone call. And then guess what? That's just day 1. Day 2, you got to hit them up again. And then the final email, when you're about to give up on it, we have a template at my dealership, is that removing you from our list. something along those terms, or final check-in, because now they're saying, shoot, if I don't respond, Dave Smith's going to stop helping me. That's the dealership I work at, or whatever dealership that you're at. You got to throw in that give them the opportunity to know that this is the last time I'm contacting you because you haven't responded to us at all. Oh, hold on here, screensaver. All right, back in it. So you got to make sure that you're sending out those multiple contacts. It takes 3 or more contacts on an internet lead to make true contact, because they're busy at work. Maybe they didn't see your email, and you got to send them multiple emails. So make sure you're taking advantage of internet leads and emails. Okay, so those go kind of hand in hand. I mean, you can send a walk-in that gave you an email, but typically internet leads and emails go hand in hand with each other. They put in a lead, they put in their email. Next thing you know, you're corresponding back and forth via email. So if you're ignoring internet leads now, you're missing out on another 20%. So we have walk-ins, right? We got phone calls, we have text messages, and we got emails and internet leads. That's 80% of what's available out there. Now, if I get to the end of my 5 lists and you think, hey, Kyle, there's some other avenues, message me, send me a message. Which other ways are you getting customers in front of you? Which other ways did Poor2Pro miss that, hey, you could do this and get customers in? But the 5 big ones I'm going to put up here, the 5 that are most common, I'm going to put up on this list. So we have these here. Now, if you go back in time to when I first started in the car business, February of 2003, salesman at Ford store in Lodi, California, small little Ford store, Gewicky Ford. Okay, I had walk-ins and I had phone calls. Internet leads was a thing, but it was a very small thing. People weren't inquiring online. They would come inside or call in. In 2003, you get internet leads, but nothing like nowadays. So for salespeople in 2003, and especially the 90s and the 80s, these two, walk-ins and phone calls, equaled 100% of business. 100%. They either walked in or they called in. So back in the day, people got really good at doing these two things. That's why a lot of older training videos in the car business talk about walk-ins and appointments and going to the service drive and confirming and all that. They don't talk about text messages because they're too old. The training is too old. They don't talk about internet leads and emails because the training is too old. Well, guess what? You'll be watching this video in 2050 and be like, Kyle didn't know about the AI robot that goes and sells and grabs customers by their arms and walks them to the dealership and makes them buy a car because it's a government mandate. I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm just saying there's going to be something in the future that is not covered here because it hasn't been invented yet. But right now, in your day and age of selling cars, this is what we have. But back in the day, we had phone calls and walk-ins that equaled 100%. All you had to be good at is standing outside or answering the phone and making calls. Now we add an element of text messages. That came out later in the 2000s. You probably were born when text messaging was starting, right? Early 2000s, late 90s. I guess that's probably where it was at. But now this equals 100% in the 2000s. And then we got internet leads that started blowing up. So now this equals 100%. What's something new that could add to it? The last and final, I'm going to put it right here, is social media. This makes it 100%. This is your final, as of right now, this is your last 20%. Now there's different things going on in the world and things like that. You know, you can go market outside, you can go walk and put cards. There's lots of different things that you can do to get more people to know about you. You can put a billboard, you can put your cards on people's windows, things like that. I'm not talking about all those other little things, the marketing things. I'm talking about what's available right now at your dealership that you could do right now at your dealership without spending any extra money. And one of them is social media. Posting online, marketplace, video, photos, posting cars, posting pictures of you with your sold customer. Congrats, Bill, for buying this Toyota Tundra. Another happy customer, and you got a selfie with them, and you guys are giving thumbs up. those are things that some salespeople are not taking advantage of. Those are things that some salespeople are ignoring. Are you making videos of you in front of a car? Hey, this is Kyle over at the dealership. It's Friday the 5th. I'm just checking our inventory and I saw this new Camaro that popped in, or this Challenger, or whatever you sell, the new Tacoma TRD Pro, and I want to show you these new seats. It is available right now at our dealership. Today's date, it's noon 30. Get down here if you want to check it out. You post that online, you put a couple hashtags. Next thing you know, right then and there, people that happen to be on social media could possibly see your video. You're getting your face out there. You're becoming recognizable. You're becoming the celebrity of your dealership, the celebrity of your town, and the go-to guy. Oh, that's my car guy right there. Oh, you saw the video? Oh, yeah, I've been buying cars from him for 5 years. People start bragging about you and knowing you because now you're this celebrity person that's on there. Oh, yeah, I bought my car from him. When did you buy your car? Oh, 2016. Cool. I bought mine in 2015 from Kyle. Yeah. Well, he's a manager now, so yeah. Guess you didn't buy it when he's a salesman. I'm grandfathered into his career. You got to become that person. And the way you do that is social media. You don't have to hire a camera crew and a lighting person and the guy that has the mic over the top. Do what I'm doing. I got a webcam, I got a light, I got my mic. And I'm making videos that reach people. Well, why aren't we doing that in the car business? You have to do stuff to do it. So check this out. We have walk-ins, right? Phone calls, text messages, email / internet leads, and social media postings / posting on Marketplace. And wherever you're at, there's probably an app that in your region, because not Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist is not in every country. Are you taking advantage of all of them? Because these are our big 5 avenues right now. And I have some salespeople that I know that, well, I don't like posting on Facebook, or I don't like posting vehicles. It never works. Okay, well, I know salespeople are selling 4 or 5 a month from doing it. So you only want to work with 80%, not 100% of the customers out there. Because guess what? If you think that people aren't finding salespeople from social media, you're wrong. Go on social media, type in funny car salespeople, and you're going to see salespeople that have 80,000 views on their videos. Do you think a few people from that 80,000, even if it's 1%, may inquire with that guy or may show up at his dealership? And guess what? Once you post a video, it's on the internet forever. You don't have to work anymore for that particular video. Let the video work for you. So when it comes to social media, take advantage of that final 20%, that final fifth of revenue. Okay, so we got these revenues. Oh, I don't really like posting. I'm not that great with internet leads. Okay, so you're dealing with 60% of the customers, not 100%. And you're wondering why you're only selling 8 cars a month. Man, I can't seem to get over that 5 to 7 cars a month. Well, it's because you're only taking fresh ups. And you're not that great at phone calls yet. And you're not texting enough people. And you're not emailing enough people. And you're not staying on top of your internet leads because you're doing the one and done. Oh, I sent him, I can't get a hold of him, boss. All right, mark it dead. And you're not doing social media. So if you can take advantage of what is available right now, then you're going to reach 100% of the customers that are out there. The old school that only walk in, some of the people that just call in, some people that just like to text. They're kind of scared to walk in. They don't really like talking on the phone, but they sure like to text. What about the people that only deal with emails and internet leads? And what about the social media craze that happened where people, they just do this all day and they come across your video. Hey, that guy's from my town. Oh, shoot, I've been looking for a car. Oh, you can get approved real easy with 0 down. Oh, there's his phone number. I'm going to call him. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I saw your thing on the video and I need to buy a car. I've been walking to work and it's wintertime and it's cold and wet and rainy. Reach 100% of the customer 100% of the time and you're going to start seeing the successes of that. You got to put in the work ethic. If we go to work for 9 hours, if we're at the dealership for 9 hours, but we only work 3 hours a day and we sell 10 cars a month, what would happen if you worked 9 hours? Instead of working 3, you worked a full 9. Because we know the average salesperson works 3 hours a day on a 9-hour shift. True work. Okay, they're there for 9 hours, but they're truly grinding for 3 of those 9 hours. The average salesperson sells 10. What happens to that salesperson if he works 6 hours a day, truly grinding 6 hours? Can he sell 20? Statistics say yes, because there's people out there doing it. What happens if he works 9 hours a day? The full shift. I went in and I was slugging from beginning to end, 9 hours. Could you sell 30? Absolutely you can, because there's people out there doing it right now. They're selling 20 to 30 cars a month. And I know you want to be a sales titan, and I know you want to have that success. So remember the 20-20-20-20-20 rule. If you're not doing all of them, you can't hit 100%. You have to do 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%, the 20-20-20-20-20 rule, and you'll start selling more cars. It's inevitable. The more work you do, the more creativity you do, the more people you reach, the more cars you sell. It's just math. Math never lies. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the stand-up, me standing up with full of energy after a 12-hour car deal shift today. Only manager on duty working car deals. I did all the appraisals. I did everything. I love the car business, and it takes that passion to keep going to the next level. So remember, boom, 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 and you're going to start, that's 5. You're going to start selling more cars, making more money, having more fun at the dealership, and seeing more success. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in season 8.